it was just, that wasn't me as a person. That was me with that one person. Like,
it's not a competition. You are not the opposition. I just wanna see you.
hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to Kind Views. If you're not familiar, my name is Pretty Kind, and like I said, if you are, welcome back, cutie. Welcome back, cutie. So yeah, today I'm gonna be eating these noodles. I've just been craving them, and I have been craving them, and we're gonna be talking about wow. I don't know why I've been craving this. One, I really never even ate the cup ones. And two, I don't know just why, but I was. Do I have another water to drink? Hi guys, what's up? For those of you that do not know, well, it's actually kind of hard to know because my footage is so everywhere on my channel right now. I'm probably gonna cut a lot of, like, just not even post a lot of it. I'm gonna just pick up to where I am in life right now because one, editing when you've already gone through, like when you dealt with something traumatic, rewatching it is not working for me. It's not working for me. It is not working for me at all because I be wanting to. It's not working for me. This is actually really spicy though. One more bite and then we'll get into it. Why did I scrape it across my teeth like that? Because they're buck. That's why. I don't think I have a choice. I mean, they're fucking buck. Is it buck or butt? I think buck, right? Because like a horse buck. So whatever, not what we're talking about. For those who do not know, so I was in a long-term relationship 4 fucking years. And nothing to show for it but death. I'm telling you, you're gonna laugh about this now because I wanted to take a motherfucker at one point. I wanted to unalive him at one point. I've been dating recently. Well, I was dating for a little bit and now I'm like eggs in the basket. Because I'm an eggs in the basket kind of person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really need 17 boyfriends if I like one. Now, I go through my phases, whatever. But right now I'm focused on one person. But there's a lot of things that I've noticed about myself when it's come to dating lately, and that's what I want to talk about. The biggest thing that I've noticed, let's just do a little list. I should have wrote something down. That probably would have been helpful. It's also like 3 in the morning right now. Yeah, so let's just jump right into it. This is not in any particular order because like I said, I didn't write anything down. I always thought that I was like not an affectionate person, or for the past decade basically. Nah, who I dated before? Dang, I really be like, once we're done, we're done. I don't know you anymore. Cause who did I date before him? Oh my gosh, and I'm always in a relationship. That could sound really shitty to some people, but I'm always in a relationship. I'm just like that. I'm a lover girl. I like being in love, not saying good morning 30 times, 30 separate times, and explaining my day 50. No, I don't want to do that. But I always thought I really need to figure out who I dated before. Also, for years, all my relationships are years on end. But once I'm done, you are done. But I can see things about myself. That makes sense. Let me start over because I'm just rambling. Something I noticed, I always, like I said, I've always thought that I was just not an affectionate person. I mostly blame that on my childhood because my parents were not affectionate. Like, I'm pretty sure that'll be a whole nother story time actually, because holy, I'm realizing a lot about my childhood lately also, because I'm talking to my mom again, but another story, another time. I always just figured I was just not an affectionate person, lacking emotions. I always felt that about myself. Like, some years were actually much harder than other ones, because I'm like, damn, it's me. Like, this is not normal. Because I would be talking to my friends, or like even just being around my friends with their mates, and they would just be like, can't leave him alone. Like, baby, you okay? You need something? Oh, I'm just gonna kiss your cheek. And I would just be like, oof, too much. But no, it really wasn't. I realized that I'm actually, when I have genuine feelings for someone, which I do right now, baby, I'm just much more affectionate. Like, I'm realizing that before I just I wasn't feeling like, how do I explain this? Let me change the points when I say that. We'll come back to that. But yeah, I always thought that I just was like lacking emotions. I didn't feel for other humans unless it's like babies, like romantic connections or like friendships. I just thought like, it's not me. Like, we do not need to hug every time we see each other, or the I love yous every 5 minutes, or just like a kiss here and there. I just thought, or like, you know how you're cuddling, or you're just like watching a movie and they'll just like caress somewhere on you. Do not look at my nails. Okay, look at them. They look really bad. This side. It's like caressing your shoulder or something. I felt like for those 4 years, I honestly just thought like I just didn't fuck with that shit. Like, you are annoying me by touching me this much. But no, I'm a very affectionate person. Me realizing this because I'm falling for someone. Oh my gosh, it. This man. Anyway, back on topic. That wasn't me as a person. That was me with that one person. Like, in that space and time, I was like that. Like, I wasn't affectionate. I didn't want to cater. I didn't really, if it wasn't to benefit me, I really didn't care very much, right? But that was just that one person. And it just made me realize, like, different people really do bring out different things in you. So basically what I'm getting at, and I heard this, there's a sound of this, I think it's from a guy's podcast, or maybe he was just creating a reel, I don't know, but he he was talking about how, should I just play it? Because I'm pretty sure I can find it. I should have just started with this and went from there. So let's just kind of start over. Say you want a pretty bitch, huh? Say you want a raw bitch on your top. Okay, let's find it for real. Okay, so this is basically what made me, well, no, let me not say that. I had already been thinking this, like, when I hang out with my boo now, not that I'm thinking about my ex in like oh, what is she up to way. I'd be thinking about myself like, damn, if this same situation would have happened with that person, I would not have reacted this way. But I am with you like that. But that's slowing down in itself. We'll talk about that too.
When a feminine woman is in discomfort for too long, she's going to naturally become masculine. This is the body's survival mechanism. If you're a man, your environment needs to be comfortable, because femininity cannot thrive in discomfort. Masculinity can. Femininity can thrive like that. A woman who's anxious too long or uncomfortable too long, her body's going to make her more masculine so she can survive and defend herself. So if you're in a situation where you've seen your feminine woman turn.
So yeah, basically that, and what he's about to say is, if you saw your spouse turn from like this feminine flower to Hercules, folk, you need to pay attention to that, right? So that's what I want to get into right now, actually. I don't know how y'all be doing mukbangs and not getting sidetracked by the food. When I first heard that, I resonated so much with it. It was crazy because it's literally like, you know, and That's So Raven where she was like, it was like that for me. Like I was like, oh my God, I'm not as hard as I've been made out to be lately. So let's talk about that. So how I say, like, me as a person in my last relationship, I always thought that I just was not an affectionate, loving person. I always was gonna make sure you were good, and no one could ever talk shit about the person I was with. Like you couldn't even look at him funny without me reacting type shit. But when it came to like love and affection, it would really only come out when I was drinking, right? Because when I'm drinking, I'm not thinking like the shit that's usually on my mind, not on my mind. I'm just having a blast. You know what I mean? But yeah, so when I heard that sound, it made me think about all of that. Cause like I was saying, with my new boo, you guys, if this man like coughs, mine, I'm already, if we say, let me paint the scene for you. Let me paint the scene. So we watching a movie and I'm already like, like, I don't want my skin not touching his skin. Like we need to touch on, I want to be in you right now. I want you in me. How old are you? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm like that. And this man could literally cough and I'll be like, just get up and go get him some water and sit back down, let him drink it. Like I'm very much in my femininity, I feel, when it comes to that. Like very nurturing and, oh baby this, baby that, I fucking love you. But yeah, like if he makes a face, I'm concerned, like what's up, what's on your mind. With previous relationships, hard as a like, I mean, when I say it, I wore the pants in that relationship and I did not like that at all. Like at first it's something you just don't really realize. Like at first when I was making all the decisions, I was like, oh, like he's just considerate of like what I want to do, and I fucking love that. Well baby, there was a point where I was just like, like we would literally get into arguments and it would seem so petty in the moment, but it was just like, for instance, say he were to ask, like, say somebody asked him something, I don't know how to explain it. We would literally just get in arguments. He would ask something and I would be like, can you just make the decision for us? Like, I don't want to make all of our decision. Looking back, I can tell that was me being like, come on, like, be my leader, be a leader. Like, I know we're a team, but be a leader. Like, oh my, like, make me, like, I like to be a submissive woman. Now, I'm gonna still speak my mind for true. I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna speak my mind because I already been where I wasn't speaking my mind, and baby, she is depressed. No, we don't want her. We do not want that version of me anyway, but yeah, it would just be like that. So with wrapping this all up, because I'm kind of everywhere, with the guys that I was seeing before, like after that relationship ended, my long-term relationship ended, and I was dating and now like seriously talking to someone, that's my man. That's what I mean by that. But yeah, I just could see, like, I would just have flashbacks of certain things, like, oh my gosh, like, did I just think that? Did I just say that? Like, did I just grab your hand? Like, what? But it's just like that man is saying, like, my environment had grown to be so, like, masculine. Like, I made all the decisions, money decisions, what we was gonna do, where we were eating, where we were living. Like, I made all of those decisions. And, I mean, let me not just say, like, everything was bad. Yeah. And the shit that I didn't, that wasn't, like, in my control, flopped every time. Like, every time. It's crazy. It's crazy. that could be it. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep going on the masculinity. I thought that I was just stubborn also. Oh, that's another thing. So moving forward, I also thought I was a stubborn my way or the highway, which is kind of contradicting, but let me explain. Because I legit was this way. So when he's talking, remembering what we just listened to, when a female stays in that masculine energy environment, I don't remember what it was saying, that's the juice. But when you're set there for so long, baby, that is the vibes. And that's what I started to give, like how I'm talking about, like my lack of affection and nurturing, or like, and the guy I was seeing before, so sensitive, like a very sensitive guy, but I would always like tell him he was sensitive, like being sensitive in a rude way, like I was being insensitive to his sensitivity because I was in my masculine like aura, like I was exuding masculinity. So when he would like break down over some, I'm not laughing, but when he would break down over situations where now, like if I saw the guy I'm dating now break down over those same situations, I wouldn't handle it the way that I would have that person, because I've been like, I'm in my feminine age right now, like baby, he is leading the way. But with the guy I was talking to before, he would break down about something and I would be like,
okay, but like, what is this gonna do for you? Like, you sitting here being upset about it is not about to do a damn thing for you. What do you want to get out of this? Like,
it would be like that, like no sensitivity, no like sense of care, just like those who live in their masculine energy, for the most part, and what I've noticed anyway, they are not, it's very much logic over emotions at all times. Like, and so that's really where I grew to be in that relationship. And I thought that was just the person I was, right? No. Like if I see the man that I'm dating right now, first of all, he grown as hell. Got his shit together. He's the owner of multiple things. Like, we love that. He's got his shit together and he treats me amazingly, right? So because I'm so secure in my environment and I know my place and I get to be a little flower, I get to be delicate. If I were to see him having a hard time, I would have so much more sensitivity and I would just be there, like very much loving, like very much I love who I am with this person, if you cannot tell, because I just keep smiling. We do have our things though. Let me not make it all roses. It is not straight cupcake phase over here, but all of that shit always, I'm deleting all of that. It just feels really good to be able to be just pretty. Just get to be pretty. Like I just get to be kind. I get to be a loving, pretty girl. And my man got everything else. I love that. I feel like I'm probably gonna do a part 2 to this, because kind of everywhere I just figured out. No, I didn't just figure that out. I thought I had grown out of it because I've been doing YouTube for so long at this point. Not consistently or anything. But I've been in front of my camera for so long that I thought, whatever, we can wing it. No, we need a script. We need a script, just like my ex. Just like the guy I was seeing before, he needed a script. And I hate it. I hated being a director. Ugh, I hated being a director. Hated being a director. Why don't you know your lines? Like, it was very much, why don't you know your lines all the time? Like, is that your part? Is that your part, sir? No, that is my part. Cut. I'm gonna do another part to this. Something else I noticed dating now outside of the relationship that I was in, I never say ex. I do not be wanting people to, like, I don't want him to say he's my ex. So I shouldn't say he's my ex. Like, don't link us together. That sounds so mean, but he's fucked up. But anyway, that's something else I noticed. First of all, the relationship, we were together for 4 years. But I knew that relationship was over at least 1.5 years before we actually broke up, possibly 2 even. It's crazy because I have a journal that I never, like, I write in. I go through phases of it. It's really good to journal every morning, but excuse me. But anyway, I was just like, dang, you know what? I never read the old packages or old passages. I guess I just thought once it was full, I would have it to read later. But anyway, there's and I date everything in that book. I date everything like time and date to the T. And I kind of describe what I'm wearing and everything so I can be back in the moment. It's kind of weird. There's one, and it's crazy that this is what I flip to too. Like, I mean, I flip right to it. There's one passage where I'm like, I do not love this person anymore. I don't want to be with this person anymore. Which is crazy. I was saying all of that to the point where I wrote it down and did not leave still. Every time I would build it up to leave, something like we would get back on good terms and I would be like, no, like, no, nothing, bitch. No fucking nothing, leave. That's what I should do, because I would not be in this position right now. But reading that, I realized like I lost respect for him. Like, I lost respect for him. Like 2 years in, I had no respect for him, essentially. So, which was bringing out even more like just big dick energy all the time he was getting from me, and I was getting next. I just had no respect for that person, because if we look back into it, I'm playing a role that I don't want to have to play, but I'm having to play it because you were not set for that role. Not for me personally. Like, I'm pretty sure the person that he'll be with next, he's gonna figure himself out too, which I really hope for, because that would be very dope to see him in like a mature state. I mean, not that I would want to talk to her. I would never date him again, but that would just be so cool to see, like, because I got to see all the other shit. But yeah, I'm gonna close it here, and I'll do a part 2 that's more structured, because yeah. As per usual, thank you so much for watching. Make sure I don't know what side is it on. Is it on this side or this side? You see it though? Click that and subscribe. Turn on notifications so that you'll be here every time, because apparently YouTube be playing with people in their communities. I need to get my nails done literally today, because it's so late, so early. I don't know, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you are subscribed. Like I said, camera's dying just on time.
Drive me crazy, easy baby. You know you drive me crazy.